I want to talk a bit more about this whole Sloth World case, because the more I think about it, it's driving me mad. 57 sloths got taken out of the wild, shipped to Florida, and they all died. And they found no criminal act. And there's really two excuses that they're giving as to why it wasn't criminal. And the first one is that there was no intent. Sloth World didn't intend for those sloths to die. Well, obviously they didn't. They wanted to profit off of them. So that's clear from the beginning. But the second sort of avenue they're using to defend themselves is that it was disease, that the sloths died from disease. And it was a combination of different factors that led to them being diseased and dying. Essentially, it was an accident. But I don't buy it, because why would all of those sloths just suddenly die from disease? It doesn't make sense. They came from different parts of the world. Some of the viruses they found present in the sloth's body are completely normal. 70 to 80% of wild sloths have those viruses, but they're dormant. They don't affect the sloths. They only cause problems for the sloths if they're immunocompromised, if they're stressed, if they're not receiving the right care and nutrition. Then it can become a problem for them and make them very sick. So why were these sloths suffering from disease? That's the big question. They're suffering because they're not receiving the proper care. And whose fault is that? It didn't happen once with one shipment of sloths. Oops, we got something wrong. It happened 57 times, over and over again. So at what point does that become neglect? And that really is the sticking point for me. And that's why I just can't get on board with the finding of no criminal act, because just because you're not intentionally trying to kill the sloths doesn't mean that it's okay. Why don't the sloths have any sort of right in this situation, the right to life? It doesn't make sense to me. So I just can't get on board with the sheriff's report at this point. Also, let's be honest, if the finding is that no laws were broken in this situation, then we quite clearly need some new laws in the United States to better protect animals like the 57 sloths that suffered and died under horrific circumstances. So it's not the end. We're not giving up yet.